On that day they read in the CEPHER of Moshe in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammoni and the Moavi should not come into the assembly of Elohim forever, because they met not the children of Yasharel with bread and with water, but hired Bilam against them, that he should curse them. Howbeit our Elohim turned the curse into a blessing. Now it came to pass, when they had heard the Torah, that they separated from Yasharel all the mixed multitude. And before this, Eliashib the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our Elohim, was allied unto Tobiyahu. And he had prepared for him a great chamber, where aforetime they laid the oblations, the frankincense, and the vessels, and the tithes of the grain, the new wine, and the oil, which was commanded to be given to the Leviim, and the singers, and the porters, and the offerings of the priests. But in all this time was not I at Jerusalem, for in the 13th year of Artaxshasta king of Babel came I unto the king, and after certain days obtained I leave of the king. And I came to Jerusalem, and understood of the evil that Eliashib did for Tobiyahu, in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house of Elohim. And it grieved me sore. Therefore I cast forth all the household stuff of Tobiyahu out of the chamber. Then I commanded, and they cleansed the chambers. And thither brought I again the vessels of the house of Elohim, with the oblation and the frankincense. And I perceived that the portions of the Leviim had not been given them, for the Leviim and the singers that did the work were fled every one to his field. Then contended I with the rulers, and said, Why is the house of Elohim forsaken? And I gathered them together, and set them in their place. Then brought all Yehudah the tithe of the grain, and the new wine, and the oil unto the treasuries. And I made treasurers over the treasuries, Shelemyahu the priest, and Sidok the scribe, and of the Leviim, Padayahu, and next to them was Canaan the son of Zakur, the son of Mattanyahu, for they were counted faithful, and their office was to distribute unto their brethren. Remember me, O Eloi, concerning this, and wipe not out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my Elohim, and for the offices thereof. In those days saw I in Yehudah some treading wine presses on the Shabbat, and bringing in sheaves, and lading asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Shabbat. And I testified against them in that day wherein they sold victuals. There dwelt men of Sor also therein, which brought fish, and all manner of ware, and sold on the Shabbat unto the children of Yehudah, and in Jerusalem. Then I contended with the nobles of Yehudah, and said unto them, What evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the day of Shabbat? Did not your fathers thus, and did not our Elohim bring all this evil upon us, and upon this city? Yet ye bring more wrath upon Yasharel by profaning the Shabbat. And it came to pass, that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Shabbat, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Shabbat. And some of my servants set I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Shabbat. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem once or twice. Then I testified against them, and said unto them, Why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth they came not no more on the Shabbat. And I commanded the Leviim that they should cleanse themselves, and that they should come and guard the gates, to sanctify the day of Shabbat. Remember me, O Eloi, concerning this also, and spare me according to the greatness of your mercy. In those days also saw I Yehudim that had married women of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Yehudi's language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by Elohim, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Shalomah, king of Yasharel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his Elohim, and Elohim made him king over all Yasharel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our Elohim and marrying strange women? And one of the sons of Yoyada, the son of Eliashib the high priest, was son-in-law to Sanballat the Coroni. Therefore I chased him from me. Remember them, O Elohim, because they have defiled the priesthood, and the covenant of the priesthood, and of the Leviim. Thus cleansed I them from all strangers, and appointed the wards of the priests and the Leviim, everyone in his business, and for the wood offering, at times appointed, and for the first fruits. Remember me, O Elohim, for good.